Taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol as a government shutdown continues, and President Trump says he will use this time to possibly fire thousands of federal workers. Rebecca Castor is outside the congressional chambers with the latest.
The shutdown clock has been ticking on the White House website all day. And while the Senate's next vote is not scheduled until Friday, President Trump is meeting with his budget director, Russ Vought, who is already gearing up for federal layoffs.
Look, it's likely going to be in the thousands. That's something that the Office of Management and Budget and the entire team at the White House here, again, is unfortunately having to work on today. These meetings would not be happening if the Democrats had voted to keep the government open.
On Capitol Hill, Democrats are fighting for COVID-era insurance subsidies to be included in the spending bill. But Republicans claim their proposal rolls back measures that prevents funds from going to illegal migrants.
There are things we can negotiate, differences we have, and we're not going to give taxpayer benefits to illegals, but don't hold the American people hostage with a government shutdown.
This is about health care. He is choosing to shut down the government rather than work with Democrats to fix the health care crisis Republicans created.
If Republicans can't convince enough Democrats to change their votes on Friday, Senate Majority Leader John Thune doesn't plan to keep lawmakers here over the weekend. Instead, they'll likely try again on Monday. On Capitol Hill, Rebecca Castor, Fox 32, Chicago.
And the shutdown has already affected Indiana's National Park Service properties. 3 locations, including the Indiana Dunes National Park in Port, are now closed.
The state park, however, remains open. Olivia Nicalmi is joining us from St. Louis with a look at how the shutdown is leaving some travelers disappointed. Oliviana.
Good evening, Scott, Sylvia. There are people all around my camera right now coming to take pictures of the arch, only to find that they can't go inside because this is considered a national park, the Gateway Arch. So when federal government shuts down, so does access to go inside of it. And visitors tell me they're not happy about it. I've talked to people from California, Nebraska, Florida, and even Seattle who have come to visit the arch, and they've come to locked doors with no closed signs on it.
The only time we come here to visit this place, and it's closed.
Always wanted to go up, and today I finally was like, no, I'm driving by myself, I'll go up, and it's closed.
We had tickets to go in the top and come down and see the arch, and not open, so it was a surprise to us.
I think that we are, or the public in general, we are what they call, third-party casualties of, their dispute.
And if you go to the Gateway Arch website, you get a message that says national parks remain as accessible as possible during the federal government shutdown. However, some services may be limited or unavailable. All Gateway Arch ticketing and tram operations are suspended, and ticketed events have been canceled until further notice. People who have had a paid ticket tell me that they will be refunded. They got a call today for that. But as for air travel, the shutdown isn't expected to have an immediate effect. Air traffic controllers and TSA agents, though, have continued to work, although without pay. So flights could eventually be affected by this, and we don't know how long the shutdown will last. Economists, though, do agree that the longer it does, the deeper the ripple effects on the economy, of course. In St. Louis, Missouri, Olivia Nicalmi, Fox 32 News.